Hey Internet, Eric here. Well, it's Bloody Sunday again. If you don't know what that concept is, or if this is your first time to my channel, Bloody Sunday was a concept created for YouTube where every Sunday you pick a specific death from movie, TV show, comic book, anything, and you just literally sit and talk about it. Explain what happens to whoever dies in the scene, what have you. It doesn't necessarily have to be bloody, but sometimes it helps. Um, the one I'm going to talk about today is from a movie I recently watched for the first time. Um, we'll get straight to it. First off, obviously, if it's a movie or if I'm discussing a specific death from a movie, there will be obvious spoilers. Well, today's movie I'm going to talk about, or the death I'm going to talk about, comes from Phenomena, Dario Argento film from 1985. This was my first time watching Phenomena. If you want to know my thoughts on the film itself, not very good. You can this Monday, so tomorrow, as of this recording, should be up on the Graveyard Shift podcast, where me and Mike have discussed this film in length. Strangebiscuits.com/Graveyard Shift. I've mentioned Mike a whole bunch of times. He was on Two Bearded Losers, and God damn it. One of the good things I did discuss about this film is the death I'm going to talk about. This was my first time ever seeing an Argento film, and I don't know the character's name, but the death in this film I'm going to talk about happens in the opening sequence. Don't know the character's name, like I said, but it is a young girl. She misses the bus. I think she's going to the boarding school that everyone's going to. Basic plot of Phenomena is Jennifer Connelly is going to a Swiss boarding school, and she has a power to control bugs. And while she's there, there is a killer killing, the young girls there. And she tries to figure out who's doing the killing with the help of a paralyzed Donald Pleasance and his helper chimpanzee. Yeah. But let's get to the death I want to talk about. It's the first death in the movie, and the young girl, she misses her bus to wherever she's going, and she eventually walks and finds this abandoned house, I believe. And she's walking, looking inside, being nosy, and we cut to some chains in the walls that are being yanked, and some type of creatures being held in there, kind of like how Sloth from the Goonies was held in the basement, and eventually the chains break, and we see the girl then being strangled by the chains. They little, wrap around her neck, strangling her, and she knocks over a table in her struggle, and perfect foreshadowing, a big pair of scissors. I don't know if they're knitting scissors or whatever, they're big fucking scissors, falls on the ground, gets stuck in the wood. So perfect foreshadowing, because Argento has this close-up shot of it. She's struggling, she gets loose of the chain somehow, and she gets thrown against the wall, face first. And we have this close-up shot of her hand, and the scissors, bam, right in the hand. No blood, but it's still, because that's something Mike complained about, but no blood, but you see those scissors go into that hand, and it looks really cool in my opinion. I liked it a lot. She gets free, and she runs to, it's kind of like, when you're at like a forest preserve or something like that, because there's a waterfall going down, and there's a road with guardrails built and stuff like that. So she's struggling, she's running away down that, past the waterfall, and she gets into this little, I don't know if it's like a rest stop area, because there's like a window behind her, and there's lights while she's walking through like the cavern area. She gets there, she waits, and she sees the killer, and the killer stabs her in the gut a few times. Some good blood. And what's cool is what I like about this scene is after she gets stabbed, she gets pushed in slow motion into the window behind her, and boom, head goes through the window in slow motion. Looks cool. What adds to the effect is you see the glass shatter behind her, and I don't know if this was an accident or not, because this did not look like the stunt person, if there even was a stunt person. The top part of the glass, because she breaks through the glass right there. That looked weird. She breaks through the glass, and you got that circle, where her head made. But you got that top part of the window fall, and it actually hits the woman in the face, the young girl in the face, and it doesn't shatter, but it just this really big, smashed her in the face. The glass doesn't break, it just kind of falls off, but it looked pretty bad. Not pretty bad as in it looked stupid, but it looked pretty bad, like it fucking hurt. So that happens. And then we cut away and we just see the waterfall. And the next thing we do, we hear a whoosh noise, and you just see the disembodied head falling down the waterfall and into the river or the pond or whatever you would say underneath. So, gotta say, it was a really cool way to start the film. I loved the even though even though Mike didn't like the lack of blood, I liked the way the scissors looked going inside the hand. I did like some of the stabbings. I liked the slow motion push of her and her breaking the window, and then of course the window smacking her in the face, and then you had that surprise of just the head bloop, bloop, bloop in the water and getting washed away. So I will say, I'll obviously, if I can find her name, I'll put her name in the description below. But my death this week is the chick in the opening scene of Phenomenon. Don't recommend the movie at all. Didn't like it. Thought it was pretty bad. But I got to give it to that death. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, all that crap. Comment below. If I'm missing something, tell me why you like Phenomena other than the opening kill. I also did discuss Phenomena a little bit on the Mad Shangy show last night. I don't have the link right now, but you can just type in, "Hey Internet, Eric here, Mad Shangy show." Him and I discussed Argento quite a bit. Me as a newbie and him as seen a lot of them. But that was a fun show. Me and him were bullshitting for almost 3 hours about movies. But yeah, Phenomena, bad movie. Don't recommend it. Other than that opening kill, and there's a chimpanzee in there. So in the end, I'll say cheers and happy Bloody Sunday. See you next week, if not before. I don't know how to end these videos. See ya.